Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Muthoni Musangali. I am the chair of the Department of Professional Counseling at Webster University. I am very excited to welcome you here. I'm glad that you have made the decision to make Webster a part of your academic journey and on your path to becoming a licensed professional counselor. So I wanted to share some important announcements. I know I could just send an email, but sometimes I find that it's easier to send an announcement in this way. People tend to view things more than they read things lately. So I'm hopeful that by doing this, you will actually pay some attention and learn some important information that will help prepare you as you join the program this fall. So uh, we do have a new student orientation coming up in July. You will receive more information from the department about that. So none of the information I'm going to share here takes the place of your new student orientation. You will still be able to attend that and really learn about the ins and outs of the program. So this is not an orientation. This is just an announcement about some things that I want you to be aware of. So let me begin by congratulating you, first of all. We are a rigorous program, academically and clinically. And the fact that you have made it here, that you made the multiple cuts, because we have various levels of review, the fact that you have made it this far says quite a lot about you and your aptitude. We have a lot of faith in you and your ability to succeed in this program, and we want to make sure that you are well prepared as you begin this journey. You are taking on something that is not a small undertaking, and therefore it's important that you plan ahead. So one of the things that we hear often is that when we admit students, we bring students on. I mean, we did interviews in March, we did interviews in April, we did interviews in May. We're about to do interviews in June and July, and students who are admitted very early start to get antsy about starting in the program, because think about it, you interview, you're accepted in March, and you don't start classes until 5 months later. So we have decided that it's going to be helpful for our students, instead of just sitting through the summer, to have an opportunity to start to engage and familiarize yourself with some things about the program and prepare yourself so that come fall, you are in a much better place. You know some things that you didn't know when you were admitted in March or April, or whenever you gained admission to the program. So you may have noticed that you've been registered. I hope that everybody is registered by now. Actually, if you're receiving this email, it is because you are registered for your fall classes already. One of the classes you will see yourself registered for is Counseling 0200, Comprehensive Counseling Development. It's a zero credit course. It has no tuition, but it has a lab fee of 215. So this course is, we have usually, in the past, we have used this course to get our students to register for a platform that we call Tavera. We use Tavera for logging of clinical hours, but also for assessment in our different classes. So students have to set up an account in Tavera. And they do this when you join the course. So that's why we have the lab fee, which we then take and we pay to a third party. We're just collecting that money for them. This 215 is, of course, covered if you're using federal financial aid. But so we have decided to offer this class not in fall, but to offer a section of this class in summer. We are offering it as a 5-week course that will begin on June 30th and run until August 1st. So those are 5 weeks. During those 5 weeks, you will get to learn a number of important things. You get an opportunity to, first of all, get used to Canvas. You may already have used Canvas, but if you haven't, it would be a good opportunity to start getting introduced to Canvas. If you just recently graduated and are familiar with Canvas, it doesn't hurt to just give yourself a refresher. So start to navigate Canvas, which is a learning management system. but also gives you an opportunity to then set up your Tavera account as well. More importantly is that this is an opportunity to get to meet some of the department faculty. You also meet some of your peers in the program, and you spend the 5 weeks just working in a very low stress format, doing some things that get you prepared, learn a little bit about the program, learn a little bit about the counseling discipline as well in the context of this course. You will have an opportunity to begin exploring your values and beliefs as they relate to helping professions, and specifically the counseling profession, and also as it relates to our code of ethics. You will also start to review the skills needed for academic and clinical success in the program. Uh, you will also learn how to balance, well, not learn, but get some tips and start to create a plan for how you will balance work-life balance. A graduate program can be a very demanding task. Our program is not only a graduate program, but it's also an accelerated program. So there will be certain things that you have to put in place. So it's important to start thinking about your time management skills, setting boundaries, all of those things. And also very, very important, and this is something you will hear repeated very frequently in the program, in your classes, is the idea of prioritizing your wellness and self-care, developing a solid self-care plan. So there are a number of things that you're going to do in the course of this class. Again, it is very low stress. The requirements for this course are fairly minimal, but important in as a way of introducing you and getting you prepared. So as I said, you are registered for a fall class, Counseling 0200, in addition to the other classes you will take, but we are proposing to do this class in summer instead of fall. So what I would like for you to do is send me an email. I am going to send this link by email. What I'm asking every student that listens to this message is send me an email where you're saying you are opting in to the summer 5 week class, Counseling 0200. If I do not hear from you, I will assume that you're not interested in doing this over the summer, and we will leave you enrolled in the fall section. The fall section is it starts when we resume in the fall, but I think there is definitely great benefit to starting this in the summer and getting that out of the way, so that when you start in the fall, you really are focusing on your foundations of counseling, human growth and development in fall 1, and then in fall 2 you have theories of counseling and social and cultural foundations. All of these are very intensive classes, so it would be nice to get this sort of like to get this out of the way, to get your Counseling 0200 out of the way. So I am so excited, and I'm looking forward to meeting every one of you during your time in the program. But I'm going to end this video here and say we are very, very happy that you are joining us at Webster University in the Department of Professional Counseling. And I look forward to really just watching your growth as you learn, as you develop your clinical skills and exercise your academic skills as well in the course of the next 2.5 years at least, and possibly more for students who might take a little bit longer and go part-time. So once again, thank you very much, and I hope that you have an amazing summer. If you don't take the summer 5-week option, you don't have to worry. Your enrollment will remain in the fall section. And I do also want to say that this is an important thing that I should have mentioned before I started to wrap up the video, is that so there's a $200, $215 charge to this class. You don't have to worry about paying that if you're using federal financial aid. It will be rolled into your fall federal financial aid, and the Office of Financial Aid here at Webster will account for your summer registration for up to $200. We can only backdate, like the previous semester, you can only apply for $200. So that means you're going to be left with about $15 that you will have to pay out of pocket. But most usually that won't come out of pocket, because when you get your federal financial aid, There's often some extra money for your living expenses and your books and things like that, depending on how much money you take out in loans. But then you can cover that $15 at that point. But certainly the $200 can be incorporated into your fall federal financial aid. That's an important consideration. So, looking forward to meeting every one of you. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to us, macounseling@webster.edu, or feel free to send me an email. My email address is muthoni, muthoni 08 at webster.edu. Thank you again and have a wonderful summer.